Hello and happy Wednesday, everybody. It is so good to see you. It's been a couple of weeks. We had a lot of stuff going on, the world's on fire, etc. But most of us are here, so you won't see Alyssa on screen today, but they are present. So I put up the color version of the art so you know that Alyssa is here, Revelation is here. Everybody be afraid, very afraid. But we are without a Charmy. Charmy, we love you. We hope you're having a good time at your event thing. And she will be back next week. So we're going to get into it with introductions of our lovely, lovely, amazing players. We're going to start with Soul.
Hello everyone, my name is Soul. I use they, them pronouns. In a couple of weeks, I will be in a charity game being facilitated by our lovely Alyssa on the 27th for ACLU. I'm sure Alyssa has more details about it, but that's something that's going to be happening soon. So be on the lookout. Also, be on the lookout on the same channel, GM Dax's channel, for Hunters 2012, with my amazing and morally probably bankrupt Sharkman. And I play Synarch Fangbreaker, our Inquisitive Tabaxi Rogue Plus.
Rogue Plus.
Rogue Plus. Uses he, they pronouns.
Alrighty, moving on to Alyssa.
Hello, I'm Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them. I'm here. I'm just sick and gross to look at, so you do not have to do that right now. Like Soul said, we are playing for the Prom Queen on GM Dax's channel, raising money for the ACLU. Give me ideas for Twitch incentives, because I don't know what is good for a game that is descended from the Queen. I am... Hell yeah. I am playing Revelation, our Circle of Stars druid, Aasimar, currently dead because of Aurora, but that's fine. I'm sure that there will be no grudge there whatsoever.
Moving on to Aki.
Hi. I'm Aki, or Akino, if you're feeling fancy. Pronouns are she, her. I'm playing Dayu Silverhair, Bunny Bard. Oh, goodness, I have a tingle. Bunny Bard, Necromancer. I got to really flex the Necro part. I've kind of only been flexing the Romance part for most of this game, but it's finally fun to hit Necro. I don't know where I was going with that bit. This Friday is another episode of Curse of Sapphics here. I think it's episode 5. Pretty sure it's episode 5.
Yep.
Shit is happening. You do not want to miss this episode in particular. And if you do miss this episode, then golly, we upload it on YouTube too. So you should also just check out the VODs on YouTube. They're kind of uploaded every Saturday after said stream, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. I'm very specific about it for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, that's it. That's all. That's all.
And on to Mari.
Hi everyone, I'm Mariana. I also go by Lagrimosa with a 0 on Blue Sky and other places. I play D&D, I draw and do stuff. And I play Nikita Ayaga, the Wood Elf Barbarian, and we both go by she, her pronouns. I totally got my head chopped off last session. It's so crazy. And then I totally had Little Bunny Bard shove her little arm into my neck with like a diamond to revivify me. So that's gonna be a sick scar. Or Scarza. So yeah, that's it. That's me. And yeah.
What a great description.
Got my little
Did my
hands
recap
in
for me.
you.
That was it. That was the whole recap. Hey everybody, last but not least, I'm Mandy, or the Mandy, all over the internet. This is my channel. I hope you know who I am. It would be really weird if you didn't, because it's my channel. And I am your GM this evening and every Wednesday evening. Yes, more projects coming soon, TM, later this year. There will be more games on this channel, so keep an eye out for that. I'm just saying more games. I'm not saying many more games, because I am but one little bean. I can't run all the games every day of the week. I wish I could. That would be nice. Maybe someday. Yeah, so quick recap. Last episode was a doozy. I told y'all that even before it aired, that it was going to be absolutely fucking buck wild, and I kept my promise. Why? Because I've been planning this shit for 2 years. Now we're here. So hooray. The party traveled through a blizzard. It was very difficult to walk in this very, very bad weather. Thank you to the dice gods for that one. And there was some talks on the road, and then, avalanche happened as a result of a dragon being an asshole and landing way too hard on the side of the mountain, and really just caused a complete landslide / avalanche, hurling the party to their doom, ? Except it wasn't really their doom. Why? Because Featherfall is a thing, and you all landed at first relatively safely in a crevasse of sorts, a little cavern, with a lot of the debris and the snow that fell with you, kind of not sealing, that's the wrong word, kind of covering the top of this place that had strange glowing crystals all over the walls, and a very particular type of predator called a remoraz, those giant, scary, bug-like, bugs that they're just giant monstrosities that live in cold climates and have extremely hot temperatures that they can emit from their bodies, causing a lot of damage. That fight was pretty difficult for the party, and after they defeated the monster, as if they had been waiting, the Knave Lord decided to show up with the intention of crushing the entire Mistlost party, but technically only managed to down one of the party, beheading Nikita and sending her to an early grave. Unbeknownst to everybody else, Sin managed to see that it looked as though the Knave Lord was ready to continue their work, but was pulled away and teleported out of the space. While Nikita was gone, we became aware of another reality. One that has not been discussed or revealed prior to this point in the campaign. A reality in which Terra, the world that we have been exploring for the last 50 episodes, also seems to be an MMO on semi-futuristic Earth. Nikita's player woke up, was a little bit salty that the boss fight didn't go as planned, and eventually decided to log back into the game. While Nikita was logging back in, Dayu, back on Terra, decided to do what she does and revivify her friend as planned, using one of the diamonds that the party has at their disposal. And per the description you all got earlier, in a very grotesque way, utilized a diamond to revive Nikita, putting her head back on her shoulders, etc. During this time, there was a lot of chaos happening. Aurora lost control of her powers, and lightning storm essentially emitted from her body. One of those striking Revelation and knocking her out. She's currently at 0 hit points, as Alyssa said earlier. And Aurora, after emitting all of this magical force, this very powerful magic, was exhausted and collapsed. She is currently asleep. Chat, don't come for me. It's because Charmy's not here this week. She is unharmed, but she is sleeping, and she will be back next week. So that is where we are at. And I think this requires a music change. So we will do that. Let me... That's not correct. Sorry. Don't remember where I put it because my brain is mush. Guys, I'm actually bad at this.
Disagree.
Here we go. So we'll... here it is. It's because I have too many playlists and I need to reorganize them, and maybe I'll do that soon, TM. Nikita. Your eyes open. To the rest of the party, what is the first thing Nikita sees? As a note, you are still in the cavern.
I think I was sitting on you. You are a big person. I also had to shove the diamond in you, so I think I'm just sitting on you, Nikita. My bad.
So my first breath is kind of not the best. Heard.
Not the best, but if you take your big girl breath, I'm gonna roll off. So. I'm sorry. I'm still a little squirrely.
I mean, I guess I'll be seeing that. So as she takes her big breath, if that does make Dayu disbalanced, I think she would reflexively reach her hand out to make sure you don't fall. And she's just gonna look around. I think she's gonna take a couple deep breaths, look around, and see, is everyone okay? What the fuck?
Oh,
What-
it worked. Oh.
And I think the memory of being on her knees before everything happened is gonna, like, before everything went black, I guess. Gonna come to her and... Did I fucking die?
Like a few minutes, seconds.
she's going to. I guess where's Sin in this situation? Also,
Sin is trying to is probably going to go check on Rev and drag her towards whatever gruesome bloody mess has been left in Nikita's resurrection wake. And I think he shouts out, he's like, "You definitely died! You took your head this time."
and Nikita will sit up and look very thankfully at Dayu. You did this. You brought me back.
I used the diamond though, but you should be okay. No, you've got a really bad scar over here.
It's gonna just roll her neck a little bit. I mean, I think she's just gonna reach over to Dayu and bring her close for a hug.
Oh yeah, I give you a hug if you want a hug.
Yes.
In the background, while you guys are hugging, you both definitely hear Kazu walking over to Sin and Rev, and he's going to kneel down next to Rev and look at Sin and say, I've got this, okay? And he's gonna put his hand on your shoulder. It's okay.
Should I lay her back down? Should I, like, what should I do? And, like, he's looking at Kazu with, like, no guile right now. All he's doing is, like that sort of look of, like, please let me help. Please let me do anything.
Okay.
Like, just tell me what to do and I'll do it.
Just lay her down so that she's in a comfortable position when she wakes. It's okay. She'll be right as rain in no time.
And Sin just nods and sort of, instead of, like, trying to, like, half carry Rev over, like, just sort of finally, like, sets Rev down, like, even takes out his other layer because he knows that he can handle being cold for a bit, to, like, lay it under her head.
Mm-hmm. And you watch as Kazu, kneeling next to Revelation's body, gently touches her forehead. And he will cast Spare the Dying first to stabilize her. So that in case
Mandy.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Can I do something weird?
Sure.
No, could I have accidentally already cast Spare the Dying before Kazu could? Or should I wait on that?
No, you can definitely do that. You can do that when
Sure.
you pick her up.
Yeah, I don't think he knows that he did it yet. But I definitely think that there is that, like, when he's setting her down for Kazu to, like, start to do that, I think there's, like, this weird aura that he's just not noticing, because he is so sort of stressed out right now.
My question for you is, what color is the aura? If you want to know what his associated colors are, I can tell you.
I would love to know that, yes.
It is the same green as the font of the logo. It is that very bright green.
Got you. Then I think it's like there's definitely, like, some Halloween ribbons that are, like, green that had those sort of flashes of purple in it, like, you know, like the green purple sparkles.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Ooh. I think Kazu catches that, and he just kind of looks at you for a second, but doesn't ask, because he needs to get to healing so he can get Rev up. And he is going to Let me find which one is the maximum one. I think. Where is it? Oh, hold on. I forgot. His spells got fucked up and I didn't fix them like I was supposed to. He has a very good healing spell. That's not what I want. Manage sheet. I forget what it's called, otherwise I would just say it. Okay, it is... It's like a beacon or something. It's a really good one. It heals a lot.
Beacon of Hope?
I thought it was that, but I don't see it now. Is D&D Beyond fucking with me? He definitely
Most
had it
likely.
before. Okay, whatever. It's fine. He will cast... It's fine. He's just gonna use all of his healing on her, basically. D&D Beyond, why? Don't sponsor me. I don't want your sponsorship. Alright. Because you annoy me. Let's go. You get a whole lot back. What is that? That is the maximum because you're at 0 hit points. For the first spell, you get 26 hit points. And as you are coming to, he will do it again. And that is another 15, Rev.
Dang, okay.
Yes. So he heals you as much as he can in a very short period of time.
Rev, I think, comes to gasping, clutching at her neck where both her focus lies and where also there is that little obsidian stone twined with wire that she was given as a listening device. Because that's what she was thinking about before she fell. But as she rises, I think you can see the sort of Lichtenberg figures from the lightning strike sort of radiating out from where she was struck. Like just hairline fractures that glow even brighter than her starry form. And sort of looks frantically around the space. Where did they go?
They're gone. They left or something.
It was... I don't think it was on there. I don't think it was on purpose.
What, like something is controlling them?
No. No, like something pulled them away at the last second, like there's something above them. It felt like a child snatched off the playground for playing too rough.
Rev sort of swears under her breath, lets her hand fall away from her neck. Is everyone okay? Nikita?
I'm here.
Aurora is asleep, passed out. I haven't been able to wake her. I think she just needs some time. but she's stable.
Yeah, that was quite a hit that she did.
What happened?
It looks like she lost control. We saw it once before, so I'm not... Maybe when emotions are too much, she can't stop it. He shrugs. I don't think she meant to do that to you, Rev. But I won't speak for her.
No, I'm sure that she didn't.
He's also gonna
In any
rummage
case-
around in his bag and give you a potion here if you need more healing.
I should be fine. We should save that.
Okay.
I imagine things are only going to get harder. How much space did we even lose? How much distance when we fell?
That is something I would very much like to find out. I was going to try to climb out of here and see if I could get our bearings and see exactly where we are.
Do you have claws to climb it, Kazuhiko?
I could, theoretically.
Okay. Ice is tricky, but I'm very good at climbing myself.
If you both fall, I can catch you.
We could belay each other if maybe it might even work faster. If there's any place that you can't climb, we could use a rope to belay each other and move faster maybe.
I can also jump quite far. I don't know if that would help, but... He kind of looks up, like I have a spell for that, but I don't know if it would reach the top. I could give it a shot.
You know magic barely more than me, I suppose.
So you do know magic.
If you give me a deck of cards, I can show you much magic.
Kazu's gonna keep his mouth shut.
Why don't you both try climbing up? I'm gonna heal Nikita for a bit. I only brought her back to life. I didn't actually heal her, guys. But
Oh.
you see, this is blood.
She
It's
needs
black right now,
lotion.
but I can fix that.
Well, Sin looks at Rev and he's just like, are you okay if stay down here while we climb? See how far it is?
Rev sort of cracks her neck and shoulders, feeling out her body after being hit and getting healed in such short notice, and says, I mean, I think I can just do it. No need to bother with climbing.
Yeah. Light. Of course.
I didn't want to presume and task you with something immediately after waking up. But if you're
you
okay
get
with
struck by lightning.
that. Well,
I'm glad you said something. I don't think we should split up in any way right now. Everything got shaken up. We saw that fucking worm thing. I don't know if we should go anywhere alone. That is my...
It's not really alone if Rev is just heading straight up to see how far it is.
Okay.
I don't think she would have to go far to get our bearings on where we're at. You know navigation, you have your star charts, right?
Yeah, it won't. It's fine, Nikita. I'll be right back.
To just nod.
And now that I finally have a fly speed, Revelation is gonna turn into an owl. There is that sort of horrific cracking of bones that were just reset as she transforms. And I think she's not willing to put the energy into looking natural. So it is a sort of revelation colored owl with the glowing lightning scars, but we'll sort of coo once at the group and then zip on up to see what she can see.
All right. You zip up. You find some openings in the debris and the snow enough that you can kind of sneak your way up above this little cavern that you all are in. It is not a short climb. It is probably a good 40 feet, I think I said was the depth of it. If not, that's what I'm saying now, because... Oh my god, Sensei! Thank you so much for the raid with a party of 18 sweet beans. Welcome in! Long time no see, good sir. I hope you're well. Hope your stream was great. Okay, so... You look over at... you look around. It is nighttime. At this point. You've been down here for a while. Between the fighting and the pausing and all the things, it is probably early evening you look at the stars and you understand roughly what time it is. You look up to where you think you fell from. And you think perhaps you lost a few days, but if you are able to get out of this cavern soon and continue on your way, find another path, you should still make it in time. But only if you hurry.
Cool. Is there anything that I can tell about finding a new path from this elevated position? Like,
yeah. Roll me. I will take from you. I'll take survival.
I think that's what I have. Yeah, it is.
You do have proficiency, yes. You're trying to find a trail up. That's why it's not perception.
Cool. Yeah, that is a dirty 20.
Excellent. You think that since collectively you all aren't very heavy like a dragon or a monster, that you could theoretically try to climb your way up some of this debris now that it has settled and will probably get snowed on and frozen over overnight. You think that you could trek back up to where you were. Now that the avalanche has stopped. And it looks...
Great.
It looks mostly even and straight enough that you think without too terribly much more extra effort, you will have to climb at some points, and there will be checks for that above table, because of where you are, that you should be able to get back to where you were and continue your journey.
Rev, I think, spends a few more seconds than she needs in this flying form above ground before swooping back down into the cave to everyone else and changing back and telling them that it looks like we lost a couple days, but everything seems settled. We should be able to climb back up without too much effort.
Dayu, Kazuko, do those things live in like colonies like ants? He points at
GM,
the
I read the book.
Remoras.
GM, I read the book.
You did read the book. Yes, you did. That is a great question. let the GM look it up really quick. I don't think they do.
Okay.
We're talking about, for the folks at home who are new, we're talking about the Remoras.
This is a giant, awful bug that
Yes.
almost killed us, and then we had a second boss battle on
Evil
top of that.
ice fire bug. It's the icy hot bug.
Is one of my favorite encounters
it's
in
such a-
D&D, period.
Yes.
I've fought this thing now 3 times. I love it.
They do have nests, but I think they are largely I think they are solo hunters. Yeah, they burrow deep below the snow. Okay, so Remorazes live in Arctic climates, preying on elk, polar bears, and other creatures sharing their territory. They cannot tolerate warm weather and have adapted to the cold by generating furnace-like heat within their bodies. When hunting, a Remoraz burrows deep beneath snow and ice and lies in wait for the faint vibrations created by a creature moving above it. While hidden under the ice and snow, it can lower its body temperature so that it doesn't melt its cover. Their young are prized by giants because they like to take the eggs and raise them into basically pets to obey their commands and guard their citadels. So this is common amidst like frost giants. Yeah, preying on polar bears. I said that. Yes, I did. My understanding of a Remoraz is because they are so large, they are solo hunters. So the likelihood of there being another one in this cavern is very low. So that's what you know, Dayu.
Shouldn't be another one unless this one laid eggs. We can cut it open and figure it out.
Can we? That thing hurt. That thing hurt just to be around.
Well, that's when it was alive.
Yeah, the heat has faded.
Aren't there bugs that are still like acidic even when they die?
I don't think this one was acidic. I think this one was just hot. And you're very flammable, Sim.
I am. There's a lot of fur on my body. I just don't feel comfortable staying down here with that. If 2 of us can maybe share the weight of Aurora, maybe we can climb out of here and be on the mountain versus with down here. I also don't. I'm sorry. You shouldn't listen to me. I'm very scared right now.
Deep breath in. Deep breath out. In theory, I could carry her. I can't shift in the cool way that Rev can, but I can do it.
I mean, I think between 2 people we could also, like, rig up a harness with whatever rope we have.
Can we rest a bit first? I have to heal.
You're right. And he looks at Rev. He's sort of worried because at the mention of healing, he's worried, even though she definitely has more hit points than he does right now.
Yeah, I'm I'm doing all right. And if we rest for a bit, I could also try and change into something else. That could make it easier to carry her.
Alright, just don't. I guess no one needs to push themselves that hard.
Just so we are on the same page, how is everyone getting up again? Is that
Well.
deal?
Well,
Climbing.
Kazu points to some of the debris that fell down. There's a tree that's kind of lodged. We might be able to walk up that. If we're careful. We should
I can
use rope.
catch us when we fall.
We won't fall.
If we fall. If we fall. If we fall.
I have rope. We should be fine.
If we walk, I could just carry her myself.
All right. So we're going to leave the cavern before it gets too dark.
After a short rest.
Would you feel better if I scouted the cave instead to make sure there's nothing here? Stay here. He doesn't wait for you to respond. He walks off. Everybody stay here. Use the bubble if you need to. Or the hut. Not the bubble.
Yesterday was a bubble.
Yesterday was
Today
the bubble.
is a hut.
Yesterday was
Yeah.
the bubble. I'm sorry. There should have been a counter yesterday of how many times I said bubble. He walks off. And I'm gonna do some checking. Because he fully is just like, nah, I'm not gonna wait for you to tell me anything. I'm just gonna go. Yeah, that's a nat 20 on his survival check. Plus 6, 26.
Yeah.
So he goes stalking off and out of sight. A few minutes pass by, and he returns and says, well, I reached the end of the cavern. It's not very big. There's no nest. I could find no other signs of life. There were some remains, but I expect that it was animal, some kind. There wasn't a whole lot left. I didn't look too close. Probably the last meal of that Remoraz. But there is nothing else here.
Can I slap a level 3 cure wounds on Nikita?
I don't know, can you?
Yeah, I can, but I just letting you know. I don't know, man. Last time we were like, wow, okay, we did it. You threw a knave lord at us.
I did. Yeah, you can... We're not an initiative. You guys aren't an initiative. You're fine.
So here's the deal with that. I have 63 HP, and I think at the end of last session you might have given me some help.
I think...
No, I didn't.
Are you sure?
Revivify only knocks you back up to 1.
But I thought you had healed me after that.
I think
Or
you
no?
did,
No,
because I
no.
saw that you had 63 health.
Yeah, and I remember clicking specifically, like, when I go down, I put it to 0, and then I, make sure I
I
do.
don't remember
death save when I need
healing
to.
you at all, babe.
Okay, I mean, I could go back to 1. I don't mind.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
What's your ruling?
Uh,
I genuinely don't
I
remember
do go
healing
down.
you.
I do make sure.
You're very good about maintaining your HP. I know you are. I don't know. Aki, check your damn spell slots.
My spell slots are pretty okay. Like, that's the thing. Like, everything is there. It's... I just don't remember healing Nikita
Well, I see
after
a-
Revivify.
Oh, I see.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't remember doing that at all.
I
A
see
lot
a
of stuff
fourth-
happened after Revivify, though.
I see a 4th level spell slot. Did you use that for cure wounds?
That was while she was up. That was she went down.
Listen, it could have been a
during the
glitch.
fight with the
I'm not fussed about it. You can keep the 60 whatever hit points. I don't
Oh.
really give a shit.
All right.
Sure.
I would say just for next time, it's super easy to lose this stuff. I'm just gonna put it out into the ether. I'm not scolding anyone. Put it in our game notes when you heal towards the end of a session, so that we can look back. Let's make that a thing, because that's gonna become more relevant as time goes on.
Nervous.
Listen, babes, you're more than halfway through the campaign here.
No, it makes sense.
We're reaching end game times.
I'll take credit for the glitch. Yeah, I already healed you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
63. Wow. I mean, you know what?
Thanks,
That's
D&D
actually
Beyond.
so fucking doable.
All right. Moving on. So you can do some healing, or you can heal your other compatriots. I believe Sinark is down to 28 hit points. Aurora's not doing super great. But you guys can also rest, so you don't.
I was gonna say, if we short rest, then
yeah. Hell, you can long rest. It's evening time. It would be a lot safer to try to climb the mountain when it's not dark. I will tell you that.
Okay, well then. All right, well then it sounds like it's bedtime.
If you want it to be.
Let's get that hut.
Yeah,
okay.
hut.
So yeah, you can have some hut time. That's what we're doing here.
We wake up, the Knave Lord's just like sitting like crisscross on the outside.
Yeah, you wake up. Knave Lord's like, sup. I didn't feel like dispelling your magic. I'm just chilling.
Dispelling my magic. You fugly bitch.
I think you'd be surprised.
I wouldn't.
I know what your type is, Mandy. I wouldn't either. That came out mean. I didn't mean it as mean.
Anyway, you put up the hut. What's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? We're gonna go around the table. I'm gonna put you bitches on the spot. Rev.
Body hurt. Mind hurt at thought of dying right before we reach the top of the summit.
I bet.
And I know that it's only a few days and we have the time, but it is disheartening to have a setback like this and to think that a setback like this could be the difference between making it and not. And, you know, if we had just left Southmore when I asked, then we wouldn't be under this type of time pressure.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Oh, no! Check or save?
Check. Just a check.
Okay, that is a 14.
This is the DM being petty. By your calculations, if you left Southmore when you wanted to leave Southmore, you would have to wait on the mountain for a month on top of the mountain to be here in time.
We could have hung out in the town and solved the plague or something.
Solved the plague. I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. Sin. How's Sin holding up?
Sin feels weird. Sin feels both colder and not as cold as before, and like a little stiff. And alongside of like he's just trying to like run it over in his head, like, was that a godly intervention? Who is helping us against the Knave Lord? Or is it not help? Is it like he is so stuck in his head right now, and like also achy and like again scared. I think he's just scared of like where they are, what has just happened, and everything.
Yeah, as you're sitting there thinking about everything that happened and the position that you all are in and trying to understand what happened. The Knave Lord was ready to end this between you all. They were ready to keep fighting after killing Nikita. They were not wounded. They did not seem to have been slowed down by anything any of y'all threw at him. It doesn't make sense. And as you think about that, even in the warmth of the hut, you feel a little cold, but it doesn't bother you. You touch your face, wondering if there's something going on. Touch your nose. You feel cool to the touch, even in this climate-controlled place. And there's something else. You see, in the periphery of your vision, mist. And that's when
I think he said. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and that's when he steps into view. Valdin, standing next to you, looking at your friends, looking around the hut and the cave that you're in, and you realize time has stopped right now. Not for you, but for everyone else.
This is getting to be a familiar sensation.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what he says out loud to Valdin.
He actually chuckles at that, and he'll say, "Yeah, I expect so. It looks like I had good timing after all."
Did you
I'm back now.
pull that? Oh. So was it you? Did you pull the Knave Lord away?
No, that wasn't me. I'm powerful, Sin. I'm not that powerful.
That's fair. Now I know that you're somewhere between demigod and not.
That sounds about right.
So you're awake. That's awesome.
For the moment.
How do you feel?
I feel pissed that it didn't happen sooner. But that's neither here nor there. It looks like you have started to change. Do you remember that agreement we made?
Yeah. Power. For your help.
It's in effect now.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand what that means?
We didn't really talk much about it.
Okay,
So no?
I'm gonna give you the short version, and we can talk about the long version later if you want, or whenever you want. Although, I'm not on call. I'm not always going to be here to explain things to you.
That makes sense. You're busy. You just woke up. I'm sure you have so much to do down in the necropolis.
That's true. I do have some things to check on, but the long and short of it, you have magic now.
Like Mimi, not Dirk.
Correct.
All right.
Have you started decaying yet?
I mean, this scarred a lot worse than I thought it would, even though I was pretty much brought back immediately.
That's not
and
gonna
he,
go
like-
away.
Okay. And I feel cold. When you say decaying, am I gonna be a lot more like you?
Yes.
Okay.
You'll
Is
feel
what does
you'll feel colder. You stop aging eventually. This is what it means to be connected to me in exchange for quite a bit of power. It is, unfortunately, a life sentence. You will become one of us. You will be a revenant. Not all at once, but over time.
okay? I so is there stuff that I'm not gonna be able to do anymore?
He almost smirks, like you see one sharp tooth. I guess that depends. What do you mean by that?
Like, will I still be able to like enjoy food like normal? Like, is that gonna change? Am I gonna want to eat different things? I didn't really get to talk to a lot of the sentient undead when we went to Halligate.
Well,
You know?
sure, you can still eat. I expect when you get old like me, you won't really see the point. But you're still you for the moment, but the change will take place over time. It's a small price to pay for immortality, I would think.
I'm still me for the moment. Did you lose part of your like personality when you changed?
He tilts his head. No, I mean physically.
Oh, okay.
I'm still me. I'm still the me that was raised from perdition or whatever. I didn't choose this either. You know they have statues of me?
Yeah.
It's fucking weird. I didn't sign up for that.
My friend also has a statue of herself from the event that killed her sister and sent her wandering for like a couple of years. Like it's not if I'm
The rabbit-eared one, right? The shifter?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that.
Seeing which part?
The statue.
Oh, okay. um yeah, I can't imagine she liked it all that much.
If she's anything like me or a normal fucking person, I would expect not.
I'd say she's
Listen,
pretty great like you.
something else you need to know.
Mhm.
Since he kind of looks to the side as if he heard something, I may have to depart. You might hear a bell from time to time. That's normal. You can ignore it.
Okay.
And one very important thing I need you to remember. Nissos can't touch you.
Like I'm sorry, when you say that,
I mean
go ahead.
literally.
Okay, thanks.
He cannot touch you because you do not belong to him. You belong to her. You belong to me. And I don't mean that in a weird, possessive way. I mean for your own good.
Okay.
Think of it like adoption. I'm taking you under my wing. And as a result, you get benefits that others do not have.
Okay. Are his like kid soldiers gonna be weird about me now?
Even if they are, it's none of their fucking business.
Alright. Good.
And if they have any respect left for Omera, they will stay the fuck out of your way.
Alright. Then yeah, so I'll ask about how to use magic from the many magics people in our party. I don't see any
It's
big
not that
downsides.
It's not that deep, son.
It seems pretty deep. Like there was a point in my life where I really, really, really wanted to be a druid, and it just didn't happen.
That's not how magic works, my friend.
Exactly. I don't really get how magic works. So that's why I'm like,
Arguably, you could have gone to learn it at a school somewhere. It's not that difficult. For certain
reading's kinda
types
hard.
of magic. Wow, yeah, I suppose so. Can be a bit boring, can't it?
Oh yeah, and then sometimes the letters jump around, and it's just,
Ah,
but whatever.
I knew someone like that once.
It's annoying.
So I'm told.
I had one question that isn't regarding this, and honestly, then I don't think I have any other questions except I'm glad that you're back. And if you need my help about anything once I come down the mountain, I'll be available.
I'm working on waking others up. So I might not be available.
All right. You said before that you've seen me do this before.
Yes.
Did you see the others too? Like, I know you said that it doesn't matter because each time it gets us closer to, I guess, doing it right. Like, we're winning all the time. That's why we're moving forward. But how many times have we done this?
I don't think I could possibly fathom the answer to that question.
Okay. And is it always us?
Now that would be telling you too much.
All right. That's a lot to think about. Listen, if I were you, I'd totally, like, cryptically leave at that point.
He shakes his head. Whatever you want, kid. And he will step into the mist, and you do not see him anymore.
I think a lot of Sin's fear has resolved. It's weird. It's weird to change, but, like, he knows what's happening to him. He knows the choice that he's made. Now he's just gotta figure out how to tell everybody.
Dayu. What are you up to?
Gosh, that's a fun question. Okay, so I got the hut up. I don't think anybody's gonna be interested in eating too much. That's okay, because you can just drink soup. You know?
Yep.
Yeah, it's soup's electrolytes, baby. So I've got a soup on. I'm trying to feel normal despite being very acutely aware of what I just did in this cavern.
Yep.
It's we got wind going on for the atmosphere of solely the viewers at this point. Because sound doesn't travel here anymore.
Yep.
It's just so fucking loud and quiet at the same time. I stare outside the window that I have made often because I'm trying to see if the Remoraz's spirit is gonna show up and maybe what happens afterwards. But I'm trying to find something that will take my mind off of how abundantly cold I feel and how very loud but quiet it is. I'm also like all of my clothes, it's not the cute pastels anymore, guys. It's all white. Like it's like a white, not even like a it's not even like a good shade of white. It's just like white out all over me. Like that's the kind of unsettling white. All of the colors are gone. Oh no, my makeup is ruined. Fuck. Maybe I'm also reapplying makeup now. I need to have some semblance of color.
Okay. Nikita, where are you? What are you doing?
I think I'm just sitting down. I'm feeling very. I think Nikita's feeling distant, like really distant. She's kind of like looking over at Aurora and looking over at the party, and I think she's just kind of doing one of those Hannibal Buress things where she's looking at her hands, flipping them over, and like kind of dissociatively. Nikita was dead, and she feels fucking weird about that. She's upset that she died, and she comes back to life, and she sees two of her friends on the ground. And I'm sure she's beating herself up for not being able to be there again. And she went down, and they went down. She's holding that really high up again. And she feels healed, but she feels like her head's just weird. Like she's just like weirded out about this so much. She's like running her hands up over the mark that has been left over from it. She's changed. And I think she's gonna try to keep herself from crying around her party at the moment.
Oh. Are you watching?
Especially while
over
looking at
Aurora?
Aurora. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I really love how Sin has changed. Feels a lot better. Nikita, I've changed. Feels a lot worse.
A lot worse.
So much worse.
I think she's just gonna be scritching at Smar. Just again, just like little things like that. Like just trying to ground herself, but also failing. So.
Okay. Is there anything anybody else would like to do before we long rest? Because I understand that a few of you would like to log out. Or one of you at least. Who all is logging out when you go to sleep? Okay.
Not me.
Okay.
Not me either.
Right.
I'm good too, actually. I only wanted to ask because I was like, is this an everybody thing? Are we all logging out? I don't want to log out. I'm okay for now.
It is a thing you can do now that the real world and above table you are aware of the game now. Okay, so You all have a long rest. I guess I will find some different music now. Is this right? Yes. Okay. You all have your long rest. Cinder,
Yes.
you log out of the game. World of Terra, your favorite MMO.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, what is the room your computer setup is like? Like where you have like a here's a little context. Something all of you have in the real world. I say the real world, but they're all real. On Earth, you have VR rigs. They can include haptic suits a la Ready Player One. They can include those Oculus things you run on or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't remember what it's called. But you can have rigging if you want. So are you sitting in like one of those pods, or do you have like a regular VR setup with just the helmet?
No. Cinder lives in, likes to make his life as luxurious as possible, and definitely has one of those, like, rigging pods.
Okay. Yeah, so you get up and out of the pod.
Mm-hmm.
Do a little stretch, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Like,
What is your
just
room like?
It is a room filled with chaos. Like, especially this room has like a bunch of camera stuff. It has like a space to like do videos. It has like a wall of like a bunch of different items, like some like it's almost like a trophy wall, like has a bunch of like little statues, some jewelry, a bunch of different like things on the wall that he likes to look at, little trinkets that he's gathered over the years.
Gathered?
And gathered.
All right. Okay. That's a
Potentially
word for it.
illegally.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a word for it. Okay.
Like, and definitely has a very large poster of Catwoman. I'm gonna say absolute Catwoman right now, because absolute Catwoman is absolute.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
For the folks at home, what does Cinder look like?
Cinder is a short trans guy, with brown skin with some light freckling on his face, with like a big poof of curly brown hair. He has so many piercings. He has plugs in both of his ears that have little like black kitty faces on them. He has hoops on like the length of his ear, an industrial like he is covered in piercings, and has a little like scar on his lip. And very thin, lean, athletic looking man.
All right. What are you doing now that you are done with your marathon gaming with your mystery internet friends?
I I think I probably am looking to see if like anyone has hired me for I think I need to go outside. So if there's anyone who has a job for me, or if there's like anything, or like to like film a parkour video.
Yeah. Okay. So you walk to the far end of your room. I'm going to take some liberties here. To the beautiful glass front where there are glass doors that lead out onto a balcony where you like to sit and enjoy some fresh air and do your work. Or check your phone, get a little sunshine when you're not gaming. And you sit at one of the little cafe-style tables that you have, that you've probably pilfered from a cafe somewhere, and open and turn on the screen on your phone, tap in your little passcode on your phone and take a look at some messages. I would love for you to roll me a D100. See if you've got anything.
$61.
You have 2 text messages.
Mm-hmm.
One is through a less than legitimate dark web app that you like to use on your phone. Because, of course, your phone is jailbroken.
Yeah.
And the other is a message on your favorite app called Serenity. It's a messaging app, much like what we would call in the real world Discord.
Mm-hmm. Definitely gonna check Serenity first.
Yeah, you look at Serenity, and it's the Serenity server that is specific for like deliveries, because you're a freelance delivery boy on occasion when you're not cat burglaring. Ha ha ha. And there is a job for picking up a package and delivering it to a building here in New York City. You are usually the person who gets flagged for these kinds of things because you live in the city. You live in a very nice apartment that is mostly paid for by your ill-gotten gains, but also by your mysterious benefactor. The person who makes sure you have a roof over your head and feeds you information about your jobs.
Yeah, just I feel like the mysterious benefactor knows what types of jobs that like Cinder loves to do, which is reckless bullshit that like I think even though Cinder's like whole aesthetic is cat, like he knows when not to be curious. And I think that's a big boon sometimes with these jobs of like, go here, do this, don't be curious, and fucking leave. But loves to get reckless on the delivery part. So I think he's very eager to like take a look at that.
Okay. So the job for the package. So you're looking at the job for the package, not the
Yes.
other job. Okay. So you look at the job for the package. The pickup point is actually only a couple of blocks away. You could be there before anybody else if you left right now.
Oh yeah, like especially if I'm on the balcony, it's like it takes a look in that direction, sort of backs up to like maybe slip on some shoes that are like right within that big window, and then like take a jump off the fucking balcony like a fucking gremlin.
Yep. Like you've done a million times before, you leap from the stone banister of the balcony of your apartment over onto the next roof, parkouring your way across the rooftops. As you get to an area where you know you can get down safely, that is close to the pickup point, you have 2 options. There is some scaffolding from nearby construction that you could theoretically climb down. If there's anybody doing construction, you might attract some unwanted attention. And there's also a fire escape. Or you could jump down onto the highest balcony and keep working your way down if you wanted to put some hard mode onto yourself.
Cinder is such a show off even for just themselves. So I think it would be hard mode balcony.
Okay. So you know this neighborhood like the back of your hand. This is your stomping grounds. So I'm not even going to make you roll for this. You hop down onto the edge of the balcony that you know isn't immediately visible from the glass doors leading to the area that you've just jumped down onto. And you hang over the edge to drop down to the next one, and so on and so forth until you reach the bottom of this building. The buildings in this area aren't too high. You're not in the center of Manhattan. But you are kind of on the... I want to say you're in Midtown. And there's a lot of tall buildings in Midtown. But there are some that are a little bit shorter, so it doesn't take you quite so long to get down in the more residential areas outside of the touristy shit, right? So you are able to make your way down onto the street, and you are now about a block away from the pickup point.
Oh, just
Yeah.
again, need to be the fastest. Need to be
Oh, yeah.
the one that like, oh, bud, you missed it by a mile. You know, like
Yeah.
anyone else who wants to try and do this job. So he just takes off like, just running down the street.
Yeah, absolutely. You dodge pedestrians, tourists with their shitty IRL streaming rigs, and, you know, kids with their ice cream cones that you may or may not have knocked one over on your way. Devil may care attitude through the crowds. Weaving in and out of traffic, pissing off some of the taxi drivers. The sound of the city, the beat of the city, the smell fills your senses in a way that no video game ever could. As you make your way to the pickup point, which appears to be an old hotel. There is a bar on the ground level, which is where you are to pick up this package. You are to find the bartender and let them know that you are here for the pickup for a Mr. I have the name for this. I'm sorry. You don't have the information as to who the person is. You have the initials EEB.
What the bartender sees is, again, this short, lean, athletic trans they sort of coming in, leaning on the bar, and says, "Courier service for EEB."
You see behind the bar very well dressed individual, a gentleman. He's got a bow tie on, very like this is a fancy place you just walked into. There are beautiful hand-painted murals on the wall, very expensive crystal chandeliers hanging from the ceiling. Everything is immaculate, and all of the servers, bartenders, all dressed immaculately. And when you say that, the bartender nods in acknowledgement, but you can tell raises a little bit of a brow because you are not dressed up. Which makes it even more obvious that you're a delivery boy, delivery person. And says,
boy with an I.
Yeah, and says, yes, with an I, and just says, that is exactly how I have you written in my notes, by the way. I need you to know that. And says, wait just a moment, and will disappear into the back room, come back out with a simple brown paper wrapped package tied with twine, and hands it to you. And it is sitting on top of a clipboard that has a pen, so you know what you gotta do. You take the package, you sign a little clipboard, and you head on your way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you comply?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The signature is like just 4 little X's.
Mm-hmm.
Like a big X and then little X, little X, little X.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you sign the paperwork and you head on your way. You get another ping now that you've picked up the package. You look at the Serenity app and you see a private message from one of the moderators giving you the location of where you are to drop this off. It is a building that is actually that is in Manhattan. A big building. A very fancy building. And that is where you are instructed to go. Now, we can fast forward through the taking of the subway, or hailing a cab, or whatever your choice method is, if not on foot. Manhattan's not that far away, but, you know, you could hop on the train, make your trek a little faster. And we'll say you exit the subway station, and you locate this building. Roll me a d20.
Okay.
See if you recognize this building.
Alright, that's a 15.
Okay. You feel like you've seen this building before, but you're not quite sure. And as you walk up to the automatic doors, they quietly hiss open as the little wheels on the bottom roll on the tracks. You step in over the weatherproofing carpets that they always have at the entrances of these places. Your feet, your shoes tapping against the very fine, you're pretty sure granite tiling in this place. It is a very well-appointed lobby. And your instructions are to go to the front desk and leave this package for the individual that you are delivering to. With your 15... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. No,
go ahead.
Sin's a little disappointed. Sin was hoping for like a more interesting job, but maybe Sin was like, maybe this was a chance to like dress up, and I didn't dress up. I was too eager. Oh well. That's the stuff that's going through his head. As also he's trying to think about the buildings. Like, there's a lot of stuff shot in New York. Like maybe I saw it in a movie, and he's like, as he's putting the box down.
Yeah, so you walk up to the desk and you put the box down to converse with the secretary that is behind the desk. Something you notice on the back wall behind the desk is a logo of an E. It is stylized in a very particular way that you realize is the logo for Eamon, or E. Barnes, the creator of World of Terra. This is the video game company. Why the fuck is it so fancy?
Oh shit. Hey.
Yes.
May
I help you?
Sorry, yeah, I got this for Mr. Barnes. A package.
She looks at the package. She checks her clipboard, looks at her computer screen. And she looks around a little bit because there are cameras everywhere. And she'll just kind of lean over conversationally and say, "It's not officially for Mr. Barnes." And she will take the box and put it behind the little lip protecting her desk. Because it's one of those, like, recessed kind of things.
Yeah. Sorry about that. That was unprofessional. I got a little starstruck.
Well, if if you want to take the tour, the public area is over there. Oh, right. I have to stamp the thing for you, right?
Yes, please.
And you hold out your paperwork that you got with the package, and she will stamp it for you. You can turn that in at the desk at the end to get your payment. And the visitor area is just down the hall from that, if you want to look. Don't linger too long. Security doesn't like it. Have a nice day. She dismisses you.
Have a nice day. Does she have a name tag or anything?
She does not.
Interesting. Cool.
Do you look around for an indication of what her name is?
Honestly, I start casing the place. Like the second that I realize where I am, I'm casing it. I'm looking at what's going on. Who is here? What's her name? What are any facts that might get me back here later?
Give me another D20 roll as you look around for details of this place.
All right, let's go. Ooh, that's a 19.
Okay, excellent. You see that there is a plaque that she placed behind the... So it's one of those desks where it's like high up and there's like the little glass partition where the desk is kind of tucked in behind it. To where if you're standing right there, you can see the person sitting there, but also provides like some privacy, some cover. And you see that sitting on her desk as you turn to leave and she's giving you the stamp, you just glance and see this thing. It's a nameplate tag that would normally go up where customers would walk up to the desk, but she has taken it down. Probably because she doesn't want to be bothered by people. But it does, her name is Angel Rodriguez. And as you walk away from this secretary, you walk down to the end to collect your payment. You've got the stamped paperwork, it's signed, it has the description, and now you can collect your payment. Which is not a insignificant amount of money for this very short period of time it took you to deliver this package. You now have $400.
Ooh, that's new shoes.
Yep.
That's new shoes.
Yep. You only
yes,
take the high-paying contracts because they need it fast, and you are the fastest.
Mm-hmm. Fastest in New York.
Yep.
Probably not true, but he's always gonna say it. But yeah, like I think he does take a swing into like the visitor area.
Sure.
Because even though these companies do try their best, visitor areas have to be accessible to people, which means that they tend to have a lot of vulnerabilities when it comes to security and safety.
Yes, absolutely. So you don't see anything of particular note in the visitor area. There are security here, probably more than you would think there would be in the lobby of a video game company. Not like excessive by any means, but usually you would expect like a guy or two. You've seen like 4. And maybe it's, guard change time, you're not sure. But it seems to be a little heightened. But then you remember, this is the most popular game on the planet right now. And there's probably a reason why the sign for the video game company isn't on the side of the building. To prevent too many people from just wandering in. Because there is like a gate area. Not really a gate, but like a security area to get past the line of desks in the lobby. Like an area where you would scan a key card and go to the elevator, scan your key card to get access to the elevator, etc. There is a security desk there. So that's where you saw one of the guys. There's another one on one end of the lobby, another one on the far end of the lobby, and there's another one in the visitor area. So they're not all together. They're not like roving around in a squad of security people.
That makes sense. It's better that way.
Yep. As you walk around in the visitor area, it's basically like a mini tour. You know how like you go to offices of places and they'll have like a small area that they take people on tours to kind of wow them. Usually there's like a statue. So there's like a big rendered statue of the Knave Lord, that one of the big bosses in the game. They are holding a flaming sword aloft and looking very menacing. There are murals on the wall that there are murals on the wall that indicate like canon characters. So you see characters like the sages, all like in fighting poses, and it's very beautiful stylized artwork. You see on one end there's a dragon and it looks like Irgon in dragon form. You see all of these different things. You see there is oh my god, I'm having a moment. You see the Duke of Hallowgate. You see like canon characters that you know as NPCs in the world of Terra.
Yeah.
Prominent figures that show up in the game, including on the opposite end, you see a cataclysmic scene of a landscape that is absolutely decimated. There's magma everywhere, and a massive figure is like crawling out of a hole in the ground, and it's like this big, dark, muscular, god-looking thing with like all kinds of spines all over its body and claws and blackened hands and red skin. Looks kind of like the devil, kind of emerging from the earth. And you expect that's the god known as Hakanor that keeps getting mentioned and was probably seen in a couple of cutscenes in the game.
Yeah, Sin straight up is like, oh man, the Serenity crew, the raid group is gonna love this shit. And like he starts like
Snap a little pic.
taking snapping a couple pics. Anything that has his face on it, he immediately stamps like a kitten, like a VR kitty head on top of his body, because he doesn't let strangers from the internet know what he looks like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like, oh, but also he just likes to have little selfies for himself. He's just like, oh, I took a selfie with the Knave Lord. I wish I could kick him in the face.
And so you just kind of walk around. There's like a very, very small, because it's really not a tourist attraction, but there's a very small gift shop at the end. It's not big like you would expect. There is a store in New York City that is like the flagship for several video game companies, where they all have like their merch and things there, which includes the World of Terra. But here there's like a couple of t-shirts, a hat, a mug, very overpriced, as you would expect. And like posters and stuff, like things like that. Just a very small selection. It's like a kiosk basically for anybody who happens to, wander in and take a little mini tour.
No, yeah, like he takes pictures.
Yeah.
And he might be clumsy with his pictures to maybe take pictures of places that people wouldn't normally take pictures of, and then when he's done, as long as no one stops him, he just walks out of the building.
Yep, nope,
he's got money to spend.
Yeah. Yep. You walk out. Now the question is this: did you take cash or did you take digital payment?
Cash is king, baby.
Yeah.
Cash you can put under your mattress. Like cash is.
Yeah.
Digital's good. Digital's fast, but cash is better.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so, even in the year 2031, cash is king. So you exit the building. Is there anything else you want to do with your time?
No, like seeing all that stuff is and
Mhm.
like the short game, like the short thing is kind of like pumped me up to like get back in game, and just like again sends like all the pictures that are normal and not casing photos
Mhm.
to the group, and
Yep.
says like, let me know when we're raiding next, and heads home.
Okay. And unless there's anything else anyone else would like to do, I think this is a really good place to end it for this week. I know some of us aren't feeling the best, so I think a shorter session is good. Do we all feel good about that?
Yeah.
Thumbs up, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure Alyssa will be fine with that. I hope you feel better, my dear. I'm also just straight up so tired. So we'll call it here so that Charmy doesn't miss too much. Thank you to my lovely players. Thank you for indulging this very sin-heavy episode. Don't worry, I'll give you all attention soon, pat. So we will be back. You come back here on Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for episode 5 of Curse of Sapphics. You don't want to miss episode 5. This shit gets spicy in that episode. Fuckstrad, I'm gonna say it here because I'm a player and I'm not the GM. Fuckstrad, she can suck it. All right, okay.
You're safe here, Mandy.
Will.
Huh? I'm safe here. I'm not safe here.
Yeah.
I'm not safe anywhere. I play in too many games with Aki. I'm not safe at all. Too many, but also not enough. So tune in on Friday, and Saturday night, tune in over at Another World Tabletop. I should have had this queued up. Another World Tabletop. We're going to shout out Another World Tabletop. We're also going to raid them here shortly. Please tune in Saturday night, 8:30. Right? Yeah, 8:30 Eastern Time for the next episode of Sanguine Dominion, the VTM campaign that both Charmy and I are in as players. Highly recommend. Also, your boy Big is in that game. Daryl Dorsey's in that game. Brendan's in that game. So yeah, definitely check it out with our lovely storyteller, Story Dad. So please check that out. And then we'll be back here Wednesday, same bat time, same bat channel. If you haven't already, join our Discord and liven up the place. It's pretty quiet in there. We share pictures from time to time, pet photos, things like that. But we would love to have some more people in there to talk about Mistlost, teach RPGs, books, video games, all the things and all the stuff. So please join the Discord and come hang out. It's a good time. So yeah, that's all I've got. We will see you all next time. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.